We have a guest waiting.
We're getting back to the guest. What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. I'm Easy Joe by Small Racks, young Chris, no Nicholas Koff. We got Skywalker in the building, but we did bring another reporter for you, and his name is Benjamin Raven from M-Live. What up, though?
What's going on?
What's going on, man?
That was clean.
Hey, I appreciate you taking the time.
Absolutely.
How was the first day of pads out there?
You know, man, it was good. I got to give props to Dominic Lovett for setting the tone. He tried to hurdle Meek Robertson and got speared into the turf and kind of set the tone for the day. I was like, oh, wow, Rook's trying to do that. Okay. No, it was a good day. You know, the first day of the week without like 18 scuffles and scrums and little dust-ups, which is hilarious that it didn't happen on the day with pads.
That is pretty funny.
Yeah, I heard Teslaa got his revenge on Mo Norris. He trucked him or something. Like, what happened with that situation?
Yeah, it was a one-on-one DB wide receiver route drill, and I mean Teslaa ran into his chest and then just torched him downfield. And then that wasn't even his best rep in that. His other rep in that was he just completely like straight up mossed Avonte Maddox downfield, and Maddox has been looking pretty good too. But Teslaa, man, his size and speed in those one-on-one drills like that, especially with the pads on, I mean, it really stuck out. I mean, it really did.
Worth 3 third-round picks? Looking like?
Come on. This guy, you can't say one nice thing about the guy.
I'm asking for the audience. I am saying nice things. What do you mean?
You know what? I'll go ahead and say he's got the chance to return on that investment. You know, I think Tim Patrick's going to hold things down this year, and then you got Teslaa waiting in the wings to take over that role behind St. Brown and hopefully J-Mo.
Speaking of J-Mo and speaking of one-on-ones, I heard the story of Terrion Arnold absolutely decapitating our guy.
Yeah, J-Mo cooked him on the first rep, and then for some reason on the second one, he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna run into his chest," and Arnold won that one. Man, you know, it was. We all looked at each other like, "What? Do you think he was gonna run through him on that one?" But no, it was like it wasn't a big hit, but it was like J-Mo running fast and just ran into Arnold and just took him to the ground, and we're like, "There goes his helmet." So yeah, nothing crazy today, but like star on star action all week, man.
And Terrion looked good.
Like
the calf wasn't bugging him. He looked good out there again today.
Man, yeah, I was a little worried when Schultz started reporting strained calf just as an NBA playoff watcher, but no, he looked not to be restricted at all. Yeah, exactly. That's what we were all saying. Like, man, they must not be concerned. He had nothing on his leg. He did not look to be favoring anything. I mean, there were no restrictions. He went the whole day today. So
cool.
Him and Barnes. So yeah.
That adds a blessing to hear. One guy that Coach Kelvin Shepard, who I'm excited about, man. He's got that like infectious energy, kind of like Dan Campbell, where you're ready to go. But one guy he said he was ready to see in pads was Ahmed Hassanein, and he's supposed to be this really underdeveloped. How did he look in pads today?
Man, he is raw, but like his energy and just like you hear him. He's one of those guys you hear him every time he makes a play. It's like, oh, I didn't catch the number on that play. It's like, oh, he's still screaming. It was 61. He honestly, his best day at camp was yesterday. I mean, he was really strong yesterday. A couple TFLs, just getting pressures. Just like, man, when you're a high effort, high intensity guy, and they kind of like take the seatbelt off on days like this. I mean, he does stick out. Like, I don't know what that translates to this year. But there's definitely some meat on that bone to develop, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I heard he was making like guttural sounds.
Yeah.
Can you give us an example of that at all?
It's like, oh! And you just hear it, and you're like, all right, Ahmed made a play.
That's awesome. He's got Palestinian warrior.
Dude, yeah.
Or Egyptian warrior, I should say.
I don't want to go off on too far of a tangent, but it makes me think of those kangaroo sounds from that Wild Recon show I talked about. You tackle this kangaroo, this thing's like, it's scary, dude. But, off of kangaroos, back to Detroit Lions rookies. I heard Tate Ratledge, surprise, the guy who is known for being an aggressive mauler in the run game. I heard Tate Ratledge look really good too with the pads on.
Yeah, he's one of those guys you could just tell was like looking forward to today. The last 2 days he's been playing at guard, which has kind of been like, all right. Coming out of like the start camp, it was all Tate at center. The last 2 days it's been guard, but yeah, man, Tate. I mean, shoot, he's quick off the ball, whether he's snapping it or whether he's not. Like I questioned what they were thinking at first, just like, man, I feel like you got Graham right now. Figure that out next year. But like when you see him get out of his stance, I mean, that's a big guy, and he really does have some natural athleticism to him, and I mean he looks like he's gonna be okay.
You love to hear that.
Yeah,
on that right side of the line next to Panay, I mean, that could be nasty.
I was hearing it from the chat.
Exactly.
Oh, you only have the Lions drafting him because he's got a mustache and a mullet. Like, no, kid's a monster, dude.
He's kind of got that like Jack Campbell mentality. Like, I'm here to play football. Shut up.
That's what I love.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I heard the left side of the line too at the same spot. Left guard Mahogany was holding it down as well.
No, man, he is such a. I mean, dirtbag was the best way to, and that's like nothing dirty or anything about it. Just like he loves being physical.
Yeah.
He loves when somebody's crying and pushing him after a play. Like you can just like see him like grinning a little bit. Like he's got
awesome.
He's got a pretty cool little mean side to him, no doubt about it.
I say it all the time. Like, I don't want my linemen to be nice. I want my offensive and defensive linemen to be assholes because they got to attack you every play. So, love to hear that.
You need that mean streak. Who do you think got the better of who today? Because of the defense, obviously, with no pads, it's been them majority of these days. Is it the same thing today?
Yeah, I'll give it to the defense, but a closer battle today. You know, there was no like big offensive plays today. It was a lot of running today too, but like the second I started thinking about offense or defense, I just kept thinking of Zach Cunningham because there were like 3 other times today where he had back-to-back tackles and drills. He ends it with a pressure that makes Goff throw it away. I mean, yeah, the defense. For all the talk about the missing pieces on the defensive line after Levi and Roy Lopez isn't practicing right now, like, man, they're making noise. Like Davenport and Reeder are like 2 of the best players at camp this week. And man, that is like, for a team that we know what it went through last year, like hearing those 2 names as standouts to open training camp this late in their career, that's very freaking good news. And I mean, anyone who doubted Aidan Hutchinson was wild then, they're wild now, and they're going to regret it later because, I mean, he came back and it's like, okay, yeah, wow, holy crap, this dude is an absolute freak. Like, he's ready to go right now.
I'm so ready for it. That's what hurts me the most about last year. I say, like, that was Hutch's year.
Yeah,
he was on pace. You got the Jaguars, you got the Titans, you got the Bears twice. Like, the guy would have broke the sack record, and that's what kills me the most. But another guy that I keep hearing about and that has taken that leap as a leader for sure and commanding that defense is Big Jack Campbell. How has he looked out there? You know, he likes to put the pads on.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And, I mean, they gave us what we were coming for today. I mean, the one-on-one drills, the first one-on-one tackling drills, it's Jack Campbell versus David Montgomery. Like, what a perfect matchup. Monty got the first one, but Jack Campbell, I mean, it was one of the better reps I've seen in that drill in my 6 years watching that drill. Like, go and I swear to God, Jack is diving already. And it's like, holy, and he just wrapped him up, takes him down, and it's like, yeah, he's going to be all right. And just him leading the defense, too, is really interesting because, like, you don't hear him, but, like, when he speaks, like, everybody's locked in. So, like, I kind of raised my eyebrow at that quote earlier this week just because of the Alex Anzalone contract stuff going on.
Yeah.
But, like, they really are, like, they saw what he did down the stretch last season when Anzo was out and Jack was calling the defense, and they clearly liked it because he said when he came back to report to the building, Dan Campbell's like, it's yours. This is your defense. And he's like, I'm just trying to be the best Jack Campbell I can be. I don't care about that. But, like, I do care about that, and it means a lot to me in his own Jack Campbell way. But, yeah, he really is, man. I really like him. Like, I liked him coming out of Iowa. I was one of the few who were like, all right, I see the vision with that pick. And just how you see stuff lining up now, it's like, man, he's just a downhill warrior, man. I mean, he really is fearless.
And that's what,
I can't wait,
that's
man.
why they drafted him. Like, I love Anzo, and Anzo has outplayed his expectations every year.
Well, different positions, too, though. Like, you have Will linebacker and Mike linebacker.
He's the Captain Jack. You saw he's the butt kiss guy. Like, that's what you got him for.
How's he looking in coverage?
Better, man. And he said it himself. It's the thing that we've been writing about him since he was a prospect. It's like that height and that athleticism is going to save him a lot until he starts to figure it out. And now you see him start to figure it out because they challenge him with Laporta a lot. And Laporta's getting his licks in because it's Sam Laporta, and if the ball's catchable, he's usually going to catch it, and he does. But, like, he's right there. Like, he's not getting blown out by anybody. Like, it's the first 2 years was all about, like, his natural skills helping him in that department, and you see it just kind of clicking a little bit. Like, he's never going to be, like, one of the league's best coverage guys, but, like, with that height, that speed, and just that balls to the wall willingness, man, like, he's going to make some plays in that department. There's no doubt about it.
I can't stop smiling hearing that. I heard he and JG were like, every time JG would call an audible, Jack would respond back to him. Like, that's I don't know, man. It's like a different breed. Different
Luke
beast you got
Kuechly
going.
shit, dude.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. And then you hear like 6 different voices, hurry up! But no, it's been pretty cool.
And we heard, we heard the other day that Kelvin Shepherd said they made a point to attack the football, punch the football out, trying to force turnovers. With the pads on, was there even more evidence to that? Were they punching at that thing, or what was going on trying to create turnovers?
It's so funny to watch because, like, even when the play is done and, like, the running back is, like, pulling up at the end of the run, like, 6 defenders come over with, like, haymakers at the ball. Just, like, and, like, it is pretty wild. Like, that's a normal thing to see, but you definitely do see more of that during this camp, too. It's like, oh, everybody's been told, try and get that ball out for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of fists going at that stuff. They're definitely trying to get it out for sure.
Were there any turnovers today?
No, I don't think so. No.
Wow.
Hallett's got the lone team-on-team 7-on-7 or 11s drill
I heard
interception.
that at cornerback, and he's safety by trade, right?
Yeah, they've been working him outside a lot, and Campbell, just another one of those guys. He's like, if he's going to make a roster, he's got to do a lot of stuff, and we kind of like what we've seen so far. But yeah, his pick was against the first team. It was Goff throwing to Jameson Williams, and that's not a bad little thing to put on your first week of camp.
Are they rotating that nickel spot at all with the first team, or has it been a Meek in their majority for the most part?
Yeah, it's a Meek. It's a Meek all day at that slot. Yeah, which, like, I don't know how you take him out of that. Like, he fits that role so well for them. He is. He is. I mean, that's one of those guys that I admittedly didn't know a ton about when he got here as a free agent, and then it's just one of those guys that feels like he's been here since 2021 with how well he fits in, with how Terrion gravitates to him. I mean, he's a really important person in that room and should not be overlooked by anybody.
And,
I love his mentality.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Is especially his backstory about the JUCO stuff and being in a house with 8 different guys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just insane.
I think he'd be a good coach.
Yeah, I think so too. Speaking of coaches, you mentioned it. All the turnover on this staff, not even just obviously the coordinators, but all the new position coaches, guys moving around. Have you noticed any differences, or is it just Dan Campbell's ship and they're sailing that way?
Yeah, it's Dan Campbell's ship, but I'll just say Tashard Choice, not that they've never lacked energy from the running back coach, like even when it was Deuce, like that's always been a pretty energetic dude, but like you hear Tashard Choice at all times, and he's got the floss pick in his mouth at all times. And man, they're doing these running back drills the other day, and usually they have like the pads that they try to hit you with and the pads and stuff. Tashard's got 2 boxing gloves on, throwing haymakers at his running backs. I'm like, all right, that's a new one right there. Just like that. No, everybody seems to love him. He goes back and forth with Shep. They're tight. Scotty goes back and forth with everyone. Like it's a ton of new faces and still getting used to some of them. But like that's a Dan Campbell ship. I mean, seriously, but like maybe with even a little more energy this year.
Yeah, man. I heard when him and Calvin are so close, it felt like Deuce and AG, like part 2 when she saw from Hard Knocks.
Yeah, they go at it. There's so much chirping. Like, I can't quote any of it, but there's so much chirping.
Are we going to see a coach fight? Like we've seen the players fight. Are we going to see a coach fight?
No, I don't think so. I don't think
offense or defense. Yeah.
Who would you take, Shep versus Tashard Choice?
I'll take it, Shep.
I'm taking Shep too, bro.
No
I don't think anybody but Dan Campbell's. Dan Campbell's the only one I wouldn't take other than Shep, I'd say.
Yeah, Shep's a dog. Speaking of the running back room, I heard there's been a lot of buzz about Jahmyr Gibbs and coming out of the backfield and catching, or even motioning out of the backfield. What has been your take on that? I guess what are the specifics? Is he starting the backfield or starting at receiver?
He's been starting in the backfield, but like when you see the running backs and the wide receivers split into drills, he's doing both. And sometimes he's sticking with the receivers. And it's early in camp, and we're all fascinated with it because when they drafted Gibbs, they're like, let's see it, man. Get them both on the field. Like, I don't know how much we'll see it this year, but it's going to be more than the 10 times that it happened last year. Monty and Gibbs just complement each other too well, and Gibbs is just too talented as a pass catcher, man. He's just such a dynamic weapon. I know they've got weapons all over the field, but like if you can split him out wide and just make that defense try and figure out even how it's going to align itself and who's got who, man, that's just Gibbs and J-Mo out wide is such a dangerous freaking thought just with the speed alone, man. So I would really hope to see more of it. But yeah, Gibbs is like Monty's going to get his because it's Monty and he deserves it. But Gibbs is going to Gibbs is going to flirt with leading that league in touchdowns
That's
again.
such a
Oh,
dirty
love
thing
it.
to do because you got J-Mo's thinning
Yeah.
out the defense.
A layered attack with those two.
But his yeah.
Laporta and St. Brown underneath, like, good luck.
That's I just want one snap from Johnny Morton. This is a personal ask. One snap of Army-style football, triple option, Monty at the Wildcat quarterback, doing the triple option with Gibbs and J-Mo coming across. Like, that's electricity right there.
Absolutely.
I'm here for that one, man. I heard there's a lot more run plays and passing plays today. So no big read on.
Oh, you got the pads on. We're running the rock.
yeah.
Dude.
Dude, it was like 18 runs in a row. We're like, man, throw that ball. Come on, throw that thing. But, like, you know, I mean, that's why the standout really was. I mean, like, we're looking around as practice ends. I'm looking at my notes, and it's like, Zach Cunningham, the player of the day? Like, yeah, I guess so. He had, like, 1 million tackles, man. Like, yeah, no huge plays today. No big downfield throws or anything like that. I think it was just establishing some physicality today.
Love that.
I love that. You know, because Dan's so like in tune with just humans. I feel like his ability to connect. Like he probably gave him that day to get the thumping
He
out of
knows.
the system.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
were fighting. They were fighting. All right, let's run the ball
Yeah.
20 times in a row now.
Beat it out of him.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. I mean, shoot, they play a game in 6 days, so like
So
you got to get
crazy.
used to getting hit. It
Have
is
you-
crazy. I keep looking at the calendar. It's like, what in the world is the NFL doing to this franchise?
It is crazy, man.
Have you gotten any word from anybody about like who we might see? And obviously, we're not going to see the starters or anything like that. But some of the rookies, some guys, maybe a second-year player or two. Like, do you know anybody that will be quarter one of the Hall of Fame game in Canton?
Right. Yeah, we have not crossed that bridge yet. The one player I'm super curious about, and hopefully ask Campbell tomorrow morning, is like, is Tate gonna play?
Yeah.
Like, do you want to get him game snaps at center? Like,
Mhm.
if you're talking about any of this team's like top 40 players who probably should play, it's probably the rookie that you're asking to switch positions potentially. So like, I'm really curious to see about that one. But yeah, it made me laugh when they like put out the graphic with Gibbs previewing that game. I'm like, yeah, there's
yeah.
gonna be in jeans and a t-shirt. Yeah.
Might as well load up Madden for that one.
Dude's going to be looking at Barry's plaque instead of watching the
Yeah.
game. Like,
That's right.
Speaking of second-year guys, probably getting some run in that game. Manu, how did he look today with the pads on, or just the second-year development for him?
Yeah, man, he's you see confidence, you see comfort, and I mean he's such a brick house, man. It's crazy. Like, and he's one of those guys that kind of surprised me yesterday. Like, Broderick Martin didn't like something that happened, so he shoved Manu standing straight up and pounced him immediately. Like, no, not taking that. That's not going to happen. You just see a little more refinement. You see a little growth. You're not seeing his head stand up above everyone else the second the ball is snapped. So, I mean, it's kind of like what I've been saying about Hendon Hooker. Like, this guy's not going to play this year unless something goes terribly wrong. But, like, we're seeing growth, like actual growth that matters too. Like, it's not massive. He's a real raw developmental project, but like compared to what I was seeing this time last year, it's like, yeah, there might be something there down the line for
That's
sure.
so
I mean, he's
sick,
just a
man.
freak athlete. I mean, think about the things you could do with that offensive line if you have somebody like that, and like
Yeah.
eventually, I don't know, man, him in that Dan Skipper role where he's playing 12
Oh,
to 15 snaps
it
eventually.
would
I
be
mean,
so
that's a
good.
I
beautiful
thought
thought.
we'd see him last
Yeah,
year. Jumbo.
I
You know,
was
run
kinda-
a little couple routes with him.
I was even kind of surprised when they re-signed Skipper this year. I was like, I feel like Manu would have fit that swing tackle role beautifully.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I'd like to see him in year 3. Like, if
Yes.
nothing happens this year, like, break him into that role in year 3. Like, see this guy. You drafted him for a reason. There's some real tools there for sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of like projects, you mentioned him. I've heard some good things. I've heard some, Like Broderick Martin, how has he been looking so far in camp? Because, like, I don't want to say it like this, but the guy, well, he's probably not a cut
He's up
candidate
against it.
anymore with Levi being
Yeah,
out for the
that's
year.
true.
But he's definitely up. I feel like this is the time for him to show that he's ready to play in this league.
You know, I'd say he's firmly on the bubble, man. Like, it's not just show up and try and get reps. It's show up and try and save your job. Just, I mean, the way guys like Pat O'Connor are playing, and I mean, Chris Smith is repping with the ones today. And it's been an interesting interior rotation. There was no Tyleek today, but like, I don't know, man. There's been no standout moments for Broderick. Like, he hasn't looked bad. He hasn't made glaring mistakes. Like, he jumped off sides one time today, but that happens. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's just there's an opportunity here for him, and I mean, he looks very healthy, very in shape, which is noticeable with him. But like nothing is standing off the page. And I do wonder what the plan is for him because like guys like Chris Smith, guys like Pat O'Connor, guys like Raekwon Williams are repping ahead of him right now. And that's not what you want to hear for a third-round pick. But there's a lot of time, and there's going to be a lot of chances for him in the preseason.
Man, I like what I saw of Pat O'Connor in the few moments he got in last year.
Yeah.
Especially that Green Bay game. He's pretty.
That's Dan Campbell's guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he loves that guy. Yeah.
Yeah. He just seems like a dog, man.
And the versatility. He loves those guys that can play every position in their group. And that's a guy that can do that. Speaking of versatility and defensive line, I don't know if you heard this or heard anything about it, but Dave Burkett put out there that the Lions have been in talks with Matt Judon. Is that something that you could expand on, or is that something that you'd like to see happen for the Detroit Lions?
I mean, something like, honestly, I think something like a Judon or a Zadarius Smith reunion would fill in a lot of question marks with this team. Like, by how Marcus Davenport has opened camp, like, I'm feeling better about it, but that still doesn't take away the concerns that you have with Marcus Davenport because he looked pretty good last year, too, to open the season, and it happened again. But, yeah, bankable depth, somebody that's not going to be a star, somebody that maybe doesn't start as long as Davenport's healthy, but like a Judon or a Zadarius Smith, like if you're going to make an addition, that's the type of addition I would make.
I agree.
I'm with you on that one. I see you wrote about Aidan Hutchinson today. I also heard yesterday Calvin Shepard said he looks better. I think I've heard both him and Dan say that.
It's crazy.
What have you noticed anything specifically that you can point to? It's like, whoa. Like,
shout out Jacksonville.
He's just a football cyborg. Like he really is. Like, I mean, the one-on-one drills he had today, I mean, he was going against Skipper and like the ball is snapped and he's already in the backfield. And then the next snap he hits that inside spin move. And I mean, you just see him whether against Skipper, and I mean, there have been some awesome reps against Sewell out there. The pads went on today, not a ton there, but like he's just quick. He's just fast. He's just strong. Like he's in the backfield, whether it's a run play or it's a passing play, every play. Like he's not going to sack or a tackle for loss every play, but like you see him, you feel him. Like it's just when we saw him in OTAs just for a brief moment, you're like, all right, they're not in pads. This isn't real football practice, but man, he's moving like Aidan Hutchinson, and he's still moving like Aidan Hutchinson. He's not favoring anything. There's no restrictions. He's fully cleared. He's doing as much as absolutely anybody out there. And as I said earlier, I mean, it's Davenport, Reeder, and Hutchinson are three of those guys that are just sticking off the page through 5 days.
You're putting so many Lions fans at ease. I mean, the anxiety.
I know. I'm not trying to like Kool-Aid it or
no,
anything like that. But
I
mean, it's Aidan freaking Hutchinson. I think I wrote my lead today. Like, if you're still doubting him, it's time to reconsider your thoughts because this guy is. I mean, he's built in the lab to play football. Like he said, like his answer to us asking about him, like about those Shep and Campbell comments today. He's like, I've been working out for 9 months. I better be physically better. Like, it's like,
I saw that.
I better be better. Dude.
Yeah,
like,
he's almost insulted to his ass. Yeah, he's like, what?
Yeah, he's just like, it's year 3, man. But no, he's just, you talk about a potential, just not superstar. We know he's a superstar, but like a potential foundational leader. Yeah. Just absolutely like franchise cornerstone for as long as he wants to be. Like he is everything that and more. Like he really does have the potential, not just because of what he did last season, but just the player he is to be the best pass rusher in the league. Like it's in him.
I think he was last year.
Sound like they should offer that
He
contract
was last
right
year.
now.
Yeah. You should definitely get it done before that goes up a little more, for sure.
Yeah, once he hits 20 sacks this year, it's going to be $50 million.
Yeah, there's no waiting and see how the leg is. The leg is healed. He is healed. He is Aidan Hutchinson. Get it over with. Like, do it. That's my personal feelings on it.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Ben, I didn't tell you about this. I got a bit of a pop quiz for you because I know you're a big wrestling fan, and I grew up a big wrestling fan as well. I just want to see if you name a few of these tag teams I'm going to put on the screen here for you.
All right. It's Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors.
Yeah, okay.
Come.
Round 2. This one might be tougher because a certain guy looks way different.
It's the Rockers, baby. Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels.
He's good.
He's not getting the third one, though.
All right, his third one. I don't know. I might stump you on this one for sure.
Venti, what'd he say? Venti and Grande?
Venti and Grande, yeah.
He texted me. He's like, I panicked. I said something. It did good. Like,
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Do you approve of Venti Grande?
Dude, the merch would sell itself. That's all
true.
wrestling, baby.
Oh man, that's great.
My favorite thing when Nolan came on, he was wearing a Wingstop shirt.
We all have those. We all have those.
Yeah, dude.
We're just giant nerds.
Yeah, I was like, wait, how did you get a Wingstop
I love
shirt?
our beat, dude. Our beat is so awesome.
Somebody texted us and was like, the Wingstop on the east side's handing out these piston shirt. We texted like everybody we knew, like, go wait in line and get us those shirts.
Hell yeah. I texted. I got to text her right now. Actually,
What?
Danielle Bruce is getting me the Hawaiian shirt and shorts combo that they're giving away Saturday. The guy texted her. I was like, I'll literally cry if you can give me a 2X. She was like, oh, I got you. Just text me. I was like, yes, let's go.
Man, I appreciate you taking the time. I know you got your own podcast. Obviously, you're writing articles and stuff like that, too. Let the people know where they can find you.
Yeah, man. Dungeon Doom podcast. We'll be back this Monday, and you can find all my work mlive.com/lions and at Benjamin S. Raven on Twitter, man, and all the socials and good stuff like that. We're in it now, baby.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It's football season.
It was on a Sunday.
It's
I'm like,
so back,
boom.
dude. I felt it. Like last week we were humming like the Monday Night Football anthem, and it took me.
Dude,
over.
I do that when I'm writing stories in the media room, driving Nolan, Colton, and just
boom, boom. Yeah, oh, dude, so ready.
You got any hot wrestling takes you want to get off before we let you go?
Ooh.
Hot wrestling takes. Put the belt back on Cody Rhodes and turn John Cena face again. And that run.
Yeah, that was
for the,
awful. That was an awful experience.
it's just the whole Travis Scott thing didn't work out.
Yeah, that was weird too.
And I like the effort. I like when they try stuff. You know what? I appreciate them turning him heel for his last run, but like, give the people what they want, as Batista would say.
Yeah,
That is fair. Can't argue that.
I saw who's that country singer now? The one's losing on the weight? Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll.
yeah.
Jelly Roll's taking Travis Scott's place or something. What's going on?
I don't know about that. I'm like, okay, we don't have to do this. Hosting Jimmy Kimmel Live and getting RKO'd on the show. I'm like, what is that?
Wait, is that happened?
Yeah, he was like filling in for Jimmy Kimmel or something. Yeah.
That's kind of. I gotta go watch that. I'm about to go check that out.
I'm not a fan, so like I remember when Hogan and them took over the Tonight Show. I was like, all right,
That's kind of cool.
That previous era.
Yeah,
Yeah,
didn't
the
hit like
John
it
Cena
was,
heel stuff's been awful, dude. And he's got to go like
Yeah,
over the
it's-
top, personal, like try to make people not like him. It's just not.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
It's like
I
you're
just-
John Cena. It's the last time I hear you.
Yeah, it's awful. I hate it. Don't like that at all. And then The Rock appeared for like 3 weeks and is
Yeah, I thought
out
the
again.
Rock-
What was that?
I don't know. He
Yeah.
just likes to slap his throat.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what the.
You can tell that whole thing fell apart on him.
Oh yeah.
Dude. They need to.
Triple H has got to get back in the lab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vince called
For
the
sure.
goat back, honestly. I mean, it looked crazy, but he had good storylines at least. I'm just saying. All right, man, I'll let you get
Man,
going.
we
Thank
appreciate
for
you so
taking the
much,
time,
brother.
man. You the man.
All right, appreciate you guys.